Now, it's driver release season, so everybody is salivating over all the new products that the major brands offer. But as a beginner golfer, you might feel a little overwhelmed when you see the suggested retail price of a driver being over $500. And I don't want that to discourage you from getting involved in the game of golf if you think that you have to purchase something like that in order to play well, because you most certainly do not. So I want you to take a second look at this driver that I have here in front of me. This is the Cobra Speed Zone. It's actually a driver that was released in 2020, so it's only 3 years old, but the technology that's in this driver head is fantastic. It's got the carbon fiber on the top of the crown. It's got the CNC milled infinity face. It's got movable weights, so you can reduce spin by moving a weight towards the actual face. You can get a little bit more forgiveness by moving it back towards the back of the club. This is a fantastic driver, and one of the best things about it is that it doesn't cost nearly as much as those brand new drivers that say that they are going to go for miles. And if you thought about how many years in a row driver manufacturing companies have said this driver is going to offer more distance and more distance and more distance, we'd be hitting 400 yards no problem now. And that's just not the case, okay? Yes, drivers have improved, but not as much as they want you to think. So with that in mind, don't be afraid to give a second look to some drivers that are maybe 3, 4, 5, even 6 years old. That driver head technology is still going to work really, really well for you. And I've played with golfers before who always purchase the latest and greatest equipment, thinking that that equipment purchase is going to change their game drastically. As a beginner golfer, don't be looking at those brand new clubs that have just come out and get a little sticker shock, okay? Look at those drivers that are 3, maybe 5 years old, and you're gonna get superior technology that was top of the game just 3 years ago for a fraction of the price for new drivers. So as a rough golfer, I'm always on the hunt for budget golf gear that performs great. And this Cobra Speed Zone driver was fantastic when it came out. It's fantastic right now in 2023, and I believe it deserves a second look by a lot of you guys out there that maybe are considering a new driver purchase, but don't want to shell out 500 bucks plus for a brand new 2023 driver. I only had it out on the course a few times. I'm going to show you guys some footage of being out there on the driving range and how much this has changed my game. The distance I'm getting with this is crazy. I've already seen a huge change in distance, as at least 15 yards distance gain with this driver head. I think it's got nice clean lines. It's not too busy on top, which I really, really appreciate. And the black and yellow and red scheme just go very well. Like how the infinity face overlaps the crown a little bit, because you know, if I top one, I'm not gonna get nasty scuff marks on my driver like I would another brand. Got my new driver, Cobra Speed Zone. See if we can't just go ahead and send one right up the fairway. Straight, but up the left side of the fairway. All right, guys, this is crazy. First hole of the day, already sitting with a 300-yard drive. That's 25 yards further than my longest drive with my Titleist 915 D3. I'm blown away, because I really feel like this will be a change for my game. That extra stiff shaft, that infinity milled face, I'm telling you, the Cobra Speed Zone is awesome. I think you should give it a second look because it's affordable. You're getting world-class technology. It's only a few years old in an affordable package. I paid $200 for my driver, and it's one of the best decisions I ever made on this. I traded in my old Titleist driver, got 100 bucks off of that, so I really only had to shell out $100 cash, and I'm glad that I did, because this thing is amazing. So give it a second look, guys. These older clubs, great technology, and you know, the Ping G430 is like 540 bucks. Why would you pay that for a brand new driver that's going to get you, what, a yard? Is it really worth it? I don't think so. This is getting me plenty of distance, 25-yard gain from my Titleist 915 D3 driver to this Cobra Speed Zone manufactured in 2020. So 25-yard gain is insane. That is game changing. Give this Cobra Speed Zone a second look. You guys will not regret it. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, keep on swinging.